What claims do you have if you're hit by a car while riding a bicycle in Illinois? Hi, I'm Josh Rohrscheib. I'm a personal injury lawyer in Central Illinois. And if you're involved in an automobile accident while you're riding a bicycle, there are several different potential claims you may have. So the first and most obvious is a claim against the at-fault driver's bodily injury policy on their auto insurance. So that's the first place to start. And what most folks do is they would get the police report, they would see who the at-fault driver's insurance was, and they'd open a claim there to try to get compensation for their medical bills and their pain and suffering. You may find that the at-fault driver doesn't have enough coverage for your claim. Unfortunately, accidents involving bicycles and motor vehicles are often very serious because the bicyclist has so little protection. So it's fairly common in these cases to run into situations where the at-fault driver may not have enough insurance coverage. So there are a few other places you can look related to the at-fault driver. First, some folks have umbrella policies, which would provide coverage beyond the limits of their automobile policy for liability claims against a driver. So it's important to find out whether or not the at-fault driver has an umbrella policy. Second, it's possible the at-fault driver was doing some kind of work-related activity at the time of the accident. So it's important to look into that because there may be a corporate policy or their employer's insurance policy that may provide additional coverage for you in addition to that at-fault driver's own automobile policy. So those are different common types of coverage that may be available related to the at-fault driver. A lot of folks are surprised to learn that if they're riding their bicycle and they're hit by a car, there may also be coverage for them on their own automobile policy. So on your own automobile policy, you may have uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. So if the vehicle that hit you did not have any insurance coverage, you may be able to recover under your own auto policy by pursuing an uninsured motorist claim. Similarly, if the at-fault driver didn't have enough insurance coverage to make you whole after your claim, and you have a higher amount of coverage under your own auto policies, underinsured motorist coverage, you may be able to recover some funds or the policy limits from the at-fault driver and then additional funds from your own policy. Now, if you intend to do that, it's very important that you carefully follow your policy's rules. Typically, you'd have an obligation to get permission from your own insurance carrier in writing to accept the limits from the other driver, or you would risk waiving your underinsured coverage. So that's a big mistake that can be made. So you want to be very careful about that. You may also have something called medical payment coverage on your own automobile policy that would provide help for you with your medical bills. Now, one quick tip there, if you have MedPay coverage, you're typically going to be better off if you first use your own health insurance to pay your medical bills and then use your MedPay for any deductibles or remaining balances you may owe, or for any providers who refuse to bill your health insurance, which happens sometimes. Well, hey, I hope this information is helpful. If you've been injured in this type of case, the injuries can be very serious when it's bicyclist versus car. And we'd recommend you at least have a free consultation with an injury lawyer. It won't cost you anything. You may get some strategic help. You may avoid a common mistake. You may be able to recover more money just for having a discussion with a lawyer. So we'd be happy to give you a free consultation. If you have any other questions about personal injury law in Illinois, please don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you for watching this video.